All right, a little discussion on valves. This is referring to linear valves. So basically, we use a lever on, probably most common type. Weigh in position, and a lot of people have a hard time with this. And I simply want to go. It's just a graphic, right? That is a box. Okay, that is considered a position. Every time we add a box to this, we simply add a position. That is a two-position valve. All right. I'm just going to grab a couple of different colors. All right. So now for ways. When we look at weigh in position, this is how many positions we have. The ways are we refer to as how many ways can the oil either enter or exit the valve. All right. So when we look at this, that is the symbol for closed center valve. All right. Now, what we would have maybe in the next one is one of this, where we simply allow the fluid to cross in direction. So when it's in this position, which is normally the home position, all right, there's no oil can flow. But this would be, we would count them out, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this would be a two-position, four-way valve. We don't worry about the other box and count them as 5, 6, 7, 8. We simply look at one box. How many different ways are there for oil to enter into or out of the box? All right. If we go one other one over here, all right, maybe in this position, we simply allow the oil to go straight through and return. We just went from a two position to a three position. All right, it's fairly simple. Now, you can have any number of positions, and again, probably get up to around 4 or 5. After that, it becomes a little complicated. But you can have two position, three position, 4 position, 5 position valves, right? 2-way, 3-way, 4-way, 5-way different ways for the oil to get in and out. And what we can actually do is we can change this, and we can have maybe the 5th one in here. All right? But if it's in there, it has to be somewhere doing something in every image. All right? Simply, it has to be noted. But again, remember that we only look at one block. All right? So let's just draw another one, and then we'll look at what it would be. All right, that would be a 4-position valve. All right, now whenever we're looking at where it is, again, just count one box. If you have this, it's a 3-way valve. 4-position, 3-way valve. 3 ways for the oil to come in. Maybe the other side is, the next one over is, this is blocked, and we have our connection from here is blocked and here is blocked. All right? It doesn't make any difference. We just simply count the positions and the ways on the one diagram. All right? We'll talk also about some of the styles of valve. The most common one are either going to be closed center or open center. All right? On a closed center valve, this symbol is usually in the neutral or the home position. When you look at it, is there any way that oil can flow from this port to any of these other ports? All right, now they may be identified as pump, tank, A, or B, but that would literally be in the schematic to tell you which port to connect to which end of the actuator. All right, the other one is an open center valve. All right, and in an open center valve, we simply do this. Now there's a couple of variations on this. This is my favorite here. All right, so you're thinking, so what is keeping the oil from ever doing any work in this, or bleeding out and actually making my actuator run? All right. I'll just put these on here so we clarify everything and we don't get them mixed up. Right? Open center, closed center. Closed center, no fluid will flow through the valve when it is in the neutral position. And in an open center system, the oil will flow over and then simply return to the tank, which is a huge difference when we look at it, all right? For this, there are a couple of things where you know that's going to be an advantageous, all right? An open center will always be used for power steering, all right? Think about it. When you go to turn the corner, right, you're coming up, you're driving down the road, you go to turn the corner, do you want the fluid to have to start flowing in, or do you want it right there ready to go? In a closed center system, what it means is while we're in the neutral position, that the pump cannot push fluid through that valve. So in this system, we have to either have one of a couple of variations. We have to have a pump that is capable of producing zero flow, like a variable displacement pump, or we have to have a bypass valve in the pressure so that when the pressure becomes too high, we simply dump the flow back into the reservoir and have it return to the tank that way. If we didn't, what would happen is we would deadhead pressure in here between my valve and my pump, and we'd probably blow something up. All right?